Struggling with blurry vision after 50. Perhaps you find yourself holding the newspaper further away, or maybe your eyes feel dry and tired after just a short time reading or driving at night. It's a frustrating feeling. A daily reminder that our bodies are changing, or maybe it's not your eyes but your memory. You walk into a room and forget why you went in, or a name that was just on the tip of your tongue vanishes. It can be unsettling, making you worry about what the future holds. Many of us in our 50 seconds, 60 seconds, and 70 seconds feel this way. We start to think about all the pills our friends are taking and wonder if that's our fate too. Before you reach for another expensive supplement or resign yourself to these changes as inevitable, I want to share a simple secret from nature's pantry. It's a humble blueberry. Modern research tells us this little berry is packed with antioxidants, perhaps 20 times more than even vitamin C. It could be your secret weapon against aging eyes, brain fog, and even protecting your heart. For thousands of years, traditional Chinese medicine has also revered fruits like this for their profound healing properties. The best part is, you don't need a complicated prescription. You just need a few minutes in your kitchen to turn this powerful berry into a delicious, healing breakfast that your body will thank you for. So why are we focusing so much on this little blue fruit? It's because it perfectly represents the bridge between ancient wisdom and modern science. It's one of those rare foods that both a lab-coat scientist and a traditional healer can agree on. Let's start with what the researchers are saying. They call blueberries nature's eye vitamin, and for good reason. The deep blue-purple color comes from a powerful compound called anthocyanin. Think of these anthocyanins as a special forces team for your eyes. First, they have a unique ability to cross something called the blood-retina barrier. This is like a highly secure gateway that protects your delicate eye cells. Most things can't get through. But these anthocyanins have the special pass. They travel directly to the cells in your retina, delivering nourishment and protection right where it's needed most. This is crucial for fending off the cellular damage, what we call oxidative stress, that is linked to age-related conditions like cataracts and macular degeneration. They also help regenerate a protein called rhodopsin, which is vital for helping your eyes adjust to dim light. There's an old tale that British pilots in World War II ate blueberry jam to improve their night vision before missions, and while that might be a bit of a legend, the science behind it is absolutely real. From a traditional Chinese medicine perspective, we see the blueberry's magic through a different lens. In TCM, the eyes are considered the windows to the liver when we experience issues like blurry vision, dry or gritty eyes, and floaters. It often points to an imbalance in the liver system. This imbalance usually takes two forms. Either there's too much heat in the liver or the liver is lacking nourishment, a condition we call liver blood deficiency. Liver heat is like having an engine that's running too hot. It can be caused by stress, frustration, or eating too many fried, spicy foods. This heat rises up in the body and affects the head and eyes, causing redness, dryness, and irritation. Liver blood deficiency is more like a plant that isn't getting enough water. The liver is responsible for storing and regulating blood, and when there isn't enough of this vital substance, your eyes don't get the moisture and nourishment they need to function properly. This leads to blurry vision, tired eyes, and floaters. Blueberries, with their sweet and slightly sour flavor and cooling nature, are perfect for addressing both these issues. The cooling property helps to gently clear that liver heat, like a cool breeze on a hot day. The sweet flavor helps to nourish and build blood, replenishing the liver's resources. Let me tell you about a gentleman I once worked with, Bob, who was 68. He was a retired accountant who loved reading, but his eyes were failing him. They felt sandy and were always red. He'd get irritable in the evenings when his vision was at its worst. This was a classic case of liver blood deficiency with some rising heat from frustration. I didn't give him a complicated formula. I simply suggested he start his day with a small bowl of blueberries, yogurt, and a sprinkle of goji berries. It was a simple, consistent change. Over the next 2 months, the weakness began to fade. He said the sandpaper feeling was gone. He could read for longer periods without his eyes getting tired. It wasn't a miracle cure, but it was steady progress through consistent care. And the benefits don't stop at the eyes. Those same antioxidants that cross the blood-retina barrier can also cross the blood-brain barrier, offering protection to our precious brain cells and helping to improve memory and communication between neurons. They also help keep our blood vessels flexible and reduce inflammation, which is a wonderful way to support heart health by helping to manage blood pressure and cholesterol. They even help our skin by fighting the breakdown of collagen. It's a true whole-body tonic, all packed into one tiny, delicious berry. Understanding the root cause is wonderful, but the real power comes from taking daily, practical steps to support your body's natural balance. Here are a few key wellness strategies inspired by the same principles that make blueberries so effective. These are simple things you can do at home to help cool that liver heat and nourish your vital blood, creating a foundation for healthy aging. First, we must learn to soothe the liver. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to get stressed, frustrated, or worried. In TCM, these emotions directly impact the liver, causing its energy or ki to get stuck. Think of it like a traffic jam on a major highway. When energy gets backed up in the liver, it generates heat and friction, which then flares up and affects our eyes, head, and mood. So the first step is to get the traffic moving smoothly again. This is for anyone who feels irritable, has a short fuse, experiences tension in their neck and shoulders, or gets frequent headaches around the temples. The simplest way to do this is with gentle movement. A 15-minute walk after dinner, some light stretching in the morning, or practicing Tai Chi can work wonders to unblock this stuck energy. Another wonderful tool is a simple herbal tea. Try steeping a teaspoon of dried chrysanthemum flowers with a few goji berries in hot water. Chrysanthemum is fantastic for gently cooling liver heat, especially when it's affecting the eyes. Second, we need to actively nourish liver blood. Cooling the heat is like calming a fire, but if the well is dry, the fire will just flare up again. We need to replenish the fluids. Nourishing blood is about rebuilding your body's fundamental resources. This is especially important for those who feel fatigued, have pale skin and nails, experience dizziness, or have dry skin and hair in addition to their eye issues. The analogy here is tending to a garden. You need to provide rich soil and plenty of water for the plants to thrive. In your body, this means eating foods that are rich in color and nutrients. Dark leafy greens like spinach and kale are fantastic. So are beets, carrots, and a small amount of high-quality or S-fed red meat if you eat it. For vegetarians, black beans, lentils, and black sesame seeds are excellent blood builders. Third, we must strengthen the spleen. You might wonder what your digestive system has to do with your eyes. The spleen system is the powerhouse of digestion. It's the kitchen of your body that takes the food you eat and transforms it into the energy and blood that nourish every single part of you, including your liver and eyes. If your digestive kitchen is weak, it doesn't matter how many good ingredients you put in, you won't be able to make a nourishing meal. A weak spleen leads to poor production of blood, so we end up with that deficiency we talked about. This strategy is for you if you often feel bloated after eating, have loose stools, feel tired after meals, or crave sweets. The key here is to eat warm, cooked foods. Your spleen dislikes cold and raw things as they require too much energy to break down. Start your day with warm oatmeal or congee instead of a cold smoothie or yogurt type from the fridge. Simple soups and stews are your best friend. Fourth, calm the mind and support your sleep. Our bodies do most of their repair and detoxification work while we sleep. The liver is most active between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. If you are tossing and turning, or if your mind is racing, your liver doesn't get a chance to do its job properly. This unresolved heat and the lack of deep rest will show up in your eyes the next day. Think of it like a computer that never gets to shut down and run its updates eventually. It gets slow and glitchy. This is for anyone who has trouble falling asleep, wakes up frequently, or never feels truly rested. The best thing you can do is create a calming bedtime routine. Turn off screens at least an hour before bed. The blue light is very disruptive to your body's natural rhythm. Instead, try a warm foot soak with some Epsom salts. Soaking your feet in warm water pulls energy downwards, away from a busy mind, making it easier to drift off to sleep. Finally, protect your eyes from overuse. This is a simple, modern addition to ancient wisdom. Our eyes are working harder than ever before, staring at bright screens on phones, computers, and televisions. Give them a break. Practice the 20-20 rule. Every 20 minutes, look at something 20 feet away for 20 seconds. This allows the tiny muscles in your eyes to relax. These small, consistent habits, when combined, create a powerful synergy that supports not just your eyes, but your entire well-minded being. To make this even easier, here are 2 simple daily routines you can weave into your life. The first is the star of our show, the ultimate anti-aging parfait that puts all this theory into a delicious, practical form. It takes just 5 minutes to make. You'll need half a cup of plain Greek yogurt, half a cup of fresh or frozen blueberries, a teaspoon of raw honey, a teaspoon of chia seeds, and if you have them, a sprinkle of goji berries. Simply layer the yogurt, blueberries, and honey in a glass or a small bowl. Then top it with the chia seeds and goji berries. Let it sit for about 5 minutes. This allows the chia seeds to soften a bit and absorb some of the moisture, making them easier to digest. Each ingredient is chosen for a reason. The blueberries, as we know, are the heroes for clearing liver heat and nourishing the eyes. A fascinating tip from modern research is that freezing blueberries can actually make your anthocyanins more available to your body. So don't hesitate to use frozen ones. The plain Greek yogurt provides protein and probiotics for your gut health, which is your spleen's domain and is closely linked to brain function. The raw honey in TCM is beautifully moistening for lung dryness, which can often accompany liver heat, and we know it has wonderful anti-unbreakable properties. The chia seeds are packed with omega-3 fatty acids, which are like premium fuel for your brain cells, and the optional goji berries are a classic TCM herb for nourishing liver, blood, and brightening the eyes. The best time to eat this is in the morning. Supporting your liver system at the start of the day helps it perform its detoxification duties more effectively. This parfait is perfect for anyone experiencing brain fog, eye strain, or signs of heat like irritability. However, if you have a very weak or cold digestive system, if you often feel bloated or have loose stools, you might find that a large amount of cold yogurt is too much for you. In that case, you could try stewing the blueberries lightly to warm them up or having a smaller portion. The self-minus check is simple after you eat it. How do you feel? If you feel energized and clear, it's working for you. If you feel heavy or cold, your body is telling you to adjust. Our second routine is a wonderfully simple afternoon tea, the chrysanthemum and goji berry minus brightening tea. All you need is about a teaspoon of dried chrysanthemum flowers and a teaspoon of dried goji berries. You can find these in most Asian markets or online. Simply put them in a mug, pour hot water over them, cover, and let them steep for about 10 minutes. This tea is a classic TCM combination for eye health. The chrysanthemum gently cools liver heat and is famous for clearing up red, tired, and itchy eyes. The goji berries add that blood-minus nourishing quality to moisten and brighten the eyes. The best time for this tea is in the mid-minus afternoon, around 3 or 4 p.m. This is often when stress from the day peaks and your energy starts to dip. This calming, clearing tea can be a perfect reset. It's most helpful for people who work on a computer, get tension headaches, or feel that their stress manifests as eye strain and irritability. Who should be cautious? If you tend to feel cold all the time or have a very weak constitution, chrysanthemum can be a bit too cooling. If you try and feel chilled, it may not be the right fit for you right now. As always, listen to your body. Does it make you feel relaxed and does it soothe your eyes? If so, it's a wonderful daily ritual. Now, it's very important to touch on a common mistake I see people make. In our communities, when someone finds something that works for them, they enthusiastically share it with everyone. Your neighbor, Martha, might tell you that this blueberry parfait changed her life. But when you try it, you feel bloated and it doesn't seem to help. It's easy to get discouraged and think that natural approaches don't work. The most important principle in traditional Chinese medicine is that we are all unique. There is no one-size-fits-all solution. Martha's eye problems might be from excess heat, making the cooling parfait a perfect match for her. However, might stem from a completely different pattern, perhaps what we call diabetes, which is like a heavy fog in the body. For you, a cold, dairy-based meal might actually make things worse. True healing comes from understanding your own body's unique constitution and patterns. This is why copying others without understanding the principles can lead to disappointment. Blueberries are wonderful, but they aren't a magic pill. They are one tool in a much larger toolbox. The goal is to learn to listen to the subtle signals your body sends you and choose the tools that are right for you at this moment. Your health is a journey, not a destination. Every small step you take, every nourishing meal you choose is a victory. It's an investment in your future self, ensuring you have the vitality to enjoy your family, your hobbies, and your life for years to come. Your eyes and brain deserve this simple, delicious upgrade. Make this parfait today and notice how you feel. Then, forward this to a friend who's tired of expensive anti-aging gimmicks and is looking for a real, fade-based solution. Have you ever noticed your vision getting worse when you're stressed or tired? Share your experience in the comments below. It helps all of us learn together. If you're going to try this simple recipe this week, comment with the word VISION. It's a wonderful way to make a commitment to yourself. Ancient wisdom, modern science say recipe your body will thank you for. Nerd, always consult your doctor before making significant dietary changes, especially if you are on medications like blood thinners, as blueberries contain vitamin K. This information is for educational purposes. It is not a substitute for professional medical